today because I got to work tomorrow, so I didn't want to be up quite as late if we can help it. Um, yeah, a couple of things to change, a couple plans for the future. This is our Monday night Magic stream, so we're going to be talking about Magic the Gathering again. Got a couple of things to share. I made some additions. We did our first trial run, but with the my old school binder challenge, or whatever you want to call it, vintage challenge, where we went through my old card collection and got someone to build a deck out of it, and then I would do the same with whatever was left and play against each other. I want to try a couple more rounds of that. I'm working on getting perhaps some guests to come on the show for those challenges. So we'll have prearranged opponents for a couple to try that as a difference. And I noticed some shortcomings of some of the things. Picked up a few more cards to help flush out the different colors. Things that, especially some of the colors, are doing pretty well. Um, but there's a couple of holes that I thought could make it a little bit better experience, and one or two colors that I felt had some glaring holes that needed to be elevated a little. I did pick up a beta Howl from Beyond. Now, this is quite the little combat trick. Mana intensive, to be sure, but in the late game, this can be quite the shocker and can end a game quite quickly if you're not expecting it. So, it's a nice little tool and get some more interaction going there in the creature battles. Way to overcome problematic blockers, perhaps. What else did I add to this mess? Well, thank you for joining us, Professor Oak. And let's see. Green was another color which I noticed. Green. What's green known for? Big beaters and creatures. And it's certainly, I've got a few creatures, and I've got a couple combat tricks and a couple of, things that you would expect from green, but it just seemed to be missing a little bit. And I recognize that, I have a fair bunch of...
yes, J-Home. That makes sense. Welcome in.
4 drops. But I didn't have anything really big for green. So I went and picked up an unlimited Crawworm, the classic, common, big beater. Obviously not as powerful as a Force of Will or anything like that, but... or an Earn-Handed Djinn or something. But still... gives a high end of the curve, which was missing, and something that can attack as a fairly substantial threat at 6 damage. Even if it isn't
Void.
Too fancy, it's an option, which I thought green should have. Also, green lacked star power. Most of the colors have got at least one, really good card that's...
Standard or commander use.
Standard or commander use.
Was it for this card, maybe? I don't know, I'm not sure what he...
This is for basically a variant on what you'd call Alpha 40 or 9340, where basically we're just building from Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, and Arabian Nights. We may add Antiquities or other things to it, but 40-card decks, up to 3 copies of any card if they're available.
So you're just rehashing these cards before we get
into the I'm just rehashing some tweaks I'm making to the card pool for the selection out of the binder.
The Green Beast, I was curious because I mostly play Commander.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, Crawworm has certainly got to be Commander legal. I don't think it isn't. Anyway, but like for star power cards, the biggest card that I've got in the binder is probably Berserk. And Berserk is great, but it needs something a little bit more to push it over the edge. It's a nice combat trick. For sure. Can even double as creature removal.
Hey, Gryffindor, welcome in.
So I picked up, fairly cheap, thankfully, an unlimited Regrowth. Now, this is a card I remember as almost being a staple for green back in the day. It was restricted, just because you can use it to go get restricted cards back. So, having a Regrowth and a Berserk lets you potentially use the Berserk twice, or to go get any other key card you need back again. It's a very handy card, and I think it'll be a good addition for green. Now, I got kind of pigeonholed into using white last time. And my white selection is by far the weakest. In terms of Alphabet and Unlimited,
White's
I hated green and white decks, but
it was everywhere.
It was everywhere. Yeah. There are certain elements of it that can be very frustrating. And the white card pool, when I was looking at what's available for commons, especially, well, no, not even just for uncommons, but for more affordable common and uncommons, the card pool is smaller for white because so much of the alpha, like the base set early on, was devoted in white to 5 circle of protections, 1 for each color, 5 wards, 1 for each color, cards like that. So there just wasn't as much variety in other cards to choose from. So I looked at what I had, and I looked at what was not going to cost me an arm and a leg, and I decided white needed a few things to really make a difference. And I had the nice little Mesopegasus, but to really make a go of banding, I've also got a War Elephant in Arabian Nights, but the stand 1-drop Benelashiro I thought would be a good add. Another little banding creature, easy 1-drop, and it's very classic white. I had no 1-drops in white, other than a Camel, which does band, but doesn't have power innately. So white gained access to a Benelashiro and a White Knight, which will be very handy to help keep black in check in some regards, because black is one of my stronger colors in the binder. It also works nice with banding, because you can share that around quite nicely. Gives white a more efficient 2-drop for combat. And I was looking at white needs something bigger than the biggest thing I had access to was a Moorish Cavalry. Moorish Cavalry is not bad. 4-drop, 3/3 trample. It's a mid-size beater, but there's no high end there. The classic would be to get Sarah Angel. They are getting expensive. And
oh no, I did the wrong one.
I thought when I started looking around, I found a rare which I could get for cheaper, and was sort of special to me because when I first started playing, my very first 4th edition starter deck, this was one of my rares, and I had a blue and white deck that I built using 2 of the rares that I got in that starter deck, and this was one of them. This was the big white rare that I had in 4th edition, and it was still sticking around all the way from Alpha Beta Unlimited. Personal Incarnation. I almost never hear anything about this card. It does have a substantial drawback, but it's not a bad size beater. And it also has some upside. Being a 6/6 for 6 was pretty above curve in the day if you were looking for a big beat stick. And white is pretty lacking in big beat sticks. So this does it quite nicely. It is an interesting card in that, you know, if someone terrors it, so again, black, bane of white, you just lose half your life total. Not great. It taught me how to play the game a bit, because I also, in that initial starter, happened to have a Swords to Plowshares, and I noticed, hey, if I use my Swords to Plowshares on my own creature, if it's about to die, instead of losing half my life, I would gain 6 life from this thing. So that was an interesting option and interaction that I noticed at the time. It also has some interesting interactions with Control Magic, because its ability is keyed to its owner. So even if they take control of the creature and can use it, it's still me who gets to decide if that damage gets redirected or not. That can also make it very hard to kill for red or green, because red kills mostly using damage, and if I can redirect the damage, that's a problem. And green, well, it also kills usually through creature combat, so unless I find myself a Thicket Basilisk or something where damage doesn't matter, that could be a bit of a thrown on the side there too, but there's other options and ways around things. So I thought that would make an interesting addition and an appealing option if someone decided they wanted to play white. So that's 3 additional creatures added to white, and one non-creature card I picked up. Found a beta copy for not too much of a good old Death Ward. Not as useful as something like the Raised Dead that I added for black recently. But still, being able to regenerate a creature as an instant for 1 mana out of nowhere can certainly save your butt at times. Yeah, the old artworks are quite nice. In addition to these, I grabbed 2 cards from Arabian Nights. Red has a good selection of creatures, no doubt. But one thing that was sorely lacking was 1-cost creatures in terms of my selection. So I grabbed one of those, and I grabbed one of the classics. This is one of my favorite cards. I never had an original one. I was always running a playset from Revised. So now I've finally got my hands on an Arabian Nights Curd Ape, which is a nice little piece. I do love the artwork on this as well.
Hey, Tank, welcome in.
Even just as a straight up 1/1 for 1, it's not useless for red. It's, probably about the same as a goblin. But if you happen to be red and green, very efficient and can make mincemeat of that white knight. So
Void has to come, and then there's a few more.
Old artworks with the Pentagon attack, they're better.
Unlimited or not?
Yeah, true. If you're looking for the before they started removing it in 4th edition on certain cards in black, anyway. Yeah, Void loves monkeys. I think we established that one before too.
Yeah. And then Harambe. What's Harambe mean?
I missed it, and I don't know.
Void said it, and so did J. Holm or Professor J. Oak. Harambe.
It's a reference I don't know. Anyway, the other card I picked up from Arabian Nights.
Void said.
I was noticing that blue was rather low on creatures. I had a flying man and a prodigal sorcerer,
or is it just
and a phantom monster. So there's a few creatures there on the board already. Some merchant ships, and sea serpents, which require island interaction. But there wasn't a lot, and there wasn't much that could sort of stall if you needed that. So I grabbed an Arabian Nights giant tortoise to add to the mix as well as a 2-cost. And you just leave it on defense. It becomes a 1/4. Interesting story with this one. I had one early on in 4th edition as well, but looking through the list for Arabian Nights cards, as a kid from my old Scry magazine, they had a section in the back that summarized what each card did, casting these, in just a little blurb, sort of paragraph size for each card. Just a few lines.
570 MTG says
they misprinted this one in the magazine instead of getting.
Hope you all have a wonderful night. Nice cards. Thank you, 570 MTG.
Yep, thanks for stopping in. Instead of getting +0, +3 while untapped, in the magazine they had listed the giant tortoise from Arabian Nights as giving +9, +3, which would have been absolutely nuts on defense, or if you could find a way to keep it untapped while you were attacking. But yeah, I mean, as an attacker, it's a 1/1 for 2. It's not that great. It shines on trying to keep you alive for a little longer, which I think my blue options could have used. So another little tweak there, and another option to fill out a spot I was missing in my Arabian Nights page.
We never got to any of the stores in the city last time with single match cards, so no new additions on the weekend. So
but these are all new additions since last time I did this.
It was about Lucas on the weekend, though. That was his trip.
Yeah. And so most of those, like I said, a few extra little commons, and this should increase the options. I did splurge a little bit more on the white cards because white was, like I said, I only had 4 Alpha Beta Unlimited white cards.
Was this stuff from
before? Last time we tried this, I've basically doubled that, so I'm up to 8 plus again. Whatever's from Arabian Nights goes on top.
Was the stuff we ordered in?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So
Armageddon's is
no,
void.
I have Armageddon's, but not from Unlimited or earlier. But I do have several kicking around. I've actually got a black bordered portal one, which is kind of interesting too. But
Yes, we
Armageddon's
appreciate
quite the
people
tactical
hitting the
card.
like button. Thank you.
Anyway, I think those will make good additions for next
So
time we
Void says
try.
I still have a 4th
the binder
generation
thing.
Armageddon sitting here. Nice.
Yep.
So the event of the night.
Well, one thing we noticed. Oh man, this is awkward.
We'll probably have to move things.
Yes,
around
definitely we'll have to. These shouldn't be here.
Sorry.
Last time, well, not last time, but over the last couple of weeks, we've noticed that Costco has started popping up with some more Magic the Gathering bundles. I'd grabbed the Commander deck bundle from March of the Machines about a month ago, a little bit more than a month ago. We did that, and that was interesting because I hadn't gotten any Commander products in a long time. Probably since the first or second wave of Commander decks they ever came out with.
Are you going to get the other two
as
that you
official
didn't grab
products?
yet? Those ones aren't
I don't
as a
know.
rush.
I don't know. There are things about them that I like, but there is also things about them that kind of bug me.
Okay.
So I'm not as keen for that. But I was able to get my hands on 2 of the Tales of Middle-earth Commander deck packs.
That we picked up in Costco.
We picked up from the Costco bundles.
We do have one of these
So
that
we
we
got
ordered in before they sold out.
Food and Fellowship and the Hosts of Mordor.
But the other one
And
of
they
this,
each come with 4 promo cards and a couple packs.
we're planning on keeping this one sealed, though. The other one, like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
yeah.
looking forward to digging into these and seeing what they've got. From what I hear, the theming is very nice. Some of them include some nice cards as well. So this is.
Do we want to change it so they can see the hands while we open this?
Probably would be best.
All right.
So we can shift that up, shift it down, and
hi everybody. I'm just gonna switch this up.
Determine
Look
which
at my not so pretty ceiling. At least you don't see the dirty fan here.
We want to dig into first.
So look what we got here. We got
if we've got enough time, we could maybe even try playing a game with them with each other. Now
I'm trying to see if I can.
One thing I didn't think to grab was some on-brand sleeves, mostly for Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
I tend to use either just flimsy penny sleeves for my decks, or I'll use the
just a second. Okay. No, you can keep talking.
Or I'll use black back sleeves for my better cards. So these I want to sleeve both decks before we use them, just so that I don't have to worry about that, because some of them do have some decent cards in them. And I want to try them out as are before I try tweaking them too much. I do have a good, decent sized collection of the Tales of Middle-earth, Lord of the Rings Magic cards from the main set, but I never got into the Commander decks. And when I first heard about, there's sort of a separate subset for Commander, I thought it was just what was in these. I didn't realize that they also counted as Commander cards all the special stuff that you could find in the collector boosters and the box toppers and all those sorts of things. So
all right, so
there's a lot more there than I recognized at first. And so we went through and looked for what sleeves we had available. And ironically, we got Pokemon sleeves available. So, trying to figure out which sleeves would match best to which deck. And I was looking at this one, and the good old Lucario here is mostly black with streaks of blue and red in the background. And also he's outlined in gold. So you've got the sort of gold color multicolors, and the colors for the deck here for Hosts of Mordor are blue, black, and red. So I figure this is going to be the most fitting sleeves we got handy for the Hosts of Mordor.
Gotta work with what you have sometimes.
Sometimes. Which leaves either Mimikyu or Celebrations Pikachu for the Hobbits. This one is sort of purple and silver, and then this
I think I'd rather go with the Mimikyu ones. I don't know why.
I was thinking sort of the Celebrations Pikachu type sleeves made more sense for cute little hobbits.
I guess.
But
gonna be
I don't know.
Short 10. Gonna be short 10.
Aren't these 50 card packs? It contains 65 card sleeves. They're 100 card decks, so two packs of the same.
Yeah.
Should be enough for a 100 card commander deck.
Oh, it says, oh, nice. Okay. Guess just thought there was.
I'm pretty sure these are both the same. Yeah, 65 card sleeves. So,
I guess
this should work.
We can stick with the Celebration.
So, anyone else got a preference? Do you think the Celebration Pikachu would be better for the Hobbits, or Mimikyu?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how much Mimikyu relates to Hobbits. I don't think it really matters, to be honest. I've never actually used the ETB sleeves. We don't usually use them either. I mean,
but we figured that's what we've got handy, so might as well.
I put cards I'm giving away in these things.
You know what?
Pika for the bits says.
Yeah, that's what I was sort of thinking.
All right, sounds good. All right.
So next question: which should we open first?
I think we should do Hobbits first.
You want to do Hobbits first?
That's what I think. Who agrees with me? Hobbits first. Oh, wait, do we have dice to play if we're going to try and play?
There's some dice in a little box on the China cabinet behind us here. All right.
Was it the same promos? Yeah, I think it's the same promos.
Yes, both boxes have the exact same promos. I'll pull them out here and we'll take a closer look at them once I get things out.
And for those of you who are here, if you like Pokemon, Thursdays is our Pokemon Day. And once we get to 1,500 subscribers and Papa's Polecat is home to do the stream, we're going to battle a booster box of Silver Tempest, I think, because that's how it's looking, against 36 loose packs of Silver Tempest.
So. And if anyone's fans, incidentally, of the Lord of the Rings, Magic the Gathering, or Lord of the Rings in general, we also happen to get our hands on a...
Should I go grab one to show them?
If they know, they know. Yeah, one of the collector booster boxes for the holiday special edition collector boosters from last year. Just before the prices went through the roof on them. So I'm sitting on one of those that I plan to open once we hit our...
2K subs.
Once we hit our 2,000 sub goal. And
my buddy just bought one.
For our big celebration stream.
We got lucky that
I've been sitting on it for a few months.
We found them when they were like what, $3.99? Yeah,
we got it.
Yeah.
The store had it originally at $4.50 Canadian.
Yeah.
But for $50 off.
I'll be there 100%. Sounds good.
So I was able to get it for $400 Canadian at the time, and
$8.50 CAD was a good deal at a local con. Yeah, that's crazy. I almost wish we'd spent a little bit more money when they were that cheap, because then we could have probably
we could have bought
we could have bought more and then sold them when they jumped up, and then basically got what we had back for free.
Yeah. Okay, so we got here's the. Won't spend too much time on this, but here's a little.
You got me 2 loose packs for $85 each, but I've never seen one in person. Oh, okay.
I had a couple in my stocking last Christmas.
Yes, I bought you a couple for stocking.
But not many. Like, it was like one of the regular collector booster and one of the, or was it 2 of one and 1 of the other?
I think so.
Something like that. 2 or 3 total collector boosters, and it was at least one of each type, the holiday booster and the other one.
Yep.
So that's kind of cool.
He spoiled me on Christmas and my birthday.
Of course, back at that time, they were going for,
a lot less.
A lot less, yeah.
My birthday's in December, so any hits from them? I don't remember. Do you remember?
I remember I got a.
That was before.
There weren't any huge hits in them. I didn't get any poster cards. I didn't get. I did get a. What do they call it? This fancy foiling.
That was before we started filming our
Yeah, that was before we started doing it. Oh, look at that! It comes with a box.
Oh, is that a card box? A deck box?
It is a deck box.
That's cool.
I wonder if the deck box will fit sleeves.
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Oh,
It probably.
you stand it up in it.
There you go.
It might. We'll try it out after.
Next time we open them, we'll definitely have it on camera.
There we go. Is our boxy box. And then we got some foil markers, whatever those are for.
I don't know. What are these for?
And some plus counters. Some counters.
Oh, I thought this was an actual card. It's just a... It's not an actual card.
No.
Okay.
It's just the picture of the...
Weird.
I guess they didn't want to show the actual card on the front of the box in case it got scuffed and scratched. Oh, there's something else in here.
What is that?
I suspect I know what this is.
These are just tokens in case you need them?
This is a spinning life counter.
From, good luck with your promo pack. Thank you.
And this is the
Can I open it?
Collector Booster Sample Pack.
Can I open it? Can I open it?
I suppose, but do we want to get all the packs together before we start opening packs?
Okay, fine. We can do that.
So we got one of those. We should have one of these in each, plus the 2 play boosters in each.
I don't know what these are for, but I'm taking them out in case we need them.
Here's the deck, so I'm just going to start sleeving this up right away as we go through it.
Do you want me to go through them and then you can just sleeve them, or vice versa? I don't know I don't know if we need these things at all.
Oh, man.
I am excited to open. Hey, Roche Pokedex, welcome in. Hope you're having a good night. How's baby doing?
So,
He's growing so fast.
I was happy to see that they brought these decks, because like I said, I didn't grab them at the time. I didn't realize how much effort they put in their big sets now towards Commander stuff, as opposed to the regular sets. And
he doesn't sleep. No.
I was glad to see that, first of all, they brought them to Costco, and second of all, that we were able to actually find them at Costco.
We got lucky when we walked into the one Costco.
Yeah, we got there. It looked like they just put out the pallets, so they still had all of the.
There's a group of people that go and tell people that
this is a thicker cardboard than a regular card.
When cards
this must be
are in stock at the Costco's,
meant to be your Commander
so
version.
they sell out fast.
And this is the one you actually put in the deck or something. Now, Commander, whoops, these are not wanting to open for some reason.
I was hoping to get some of the 151 ETB bundles, but I have not seen them in store. And we live 2 hours away, so.
So
yeah, the cardboard card is just for show. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember they used to do that with the other Commander decks, except they were oversized Commander cards for show. This is the same size as a regular card. So this is your Commander pair. And they're partners. It says right on it, partners with Frodo, partners with Sam. So usually you just have one legendary creature for your Commander, but you get sort of a double Commander with these decks.
Okay.
So what else we got here? We got a field-tested frying pan and equipment. Cool. When it enters the battlefield, create a food token and then create a 1/1 halfling creature token and attach the frying pan to it. That's neat.
No, I don't.
We got the gaffer.
Did you take it
At
with
the
you?
beginning of each end step, if you gained 3 or more life this turn, draw a card. That could be handy. Gwai here, greatest of the Eagles.
That's a cool art.
Gwai here's bailed the hobbits out a few times, so that's a 5/5 flyer for 5 with other abilities. This could be handy for sure.
I just like the art.
I'm not going to take too long going through these because we got a lot to go through.
I ended up juicing this Frodo deck up with proxies. Okay.
Nice. Well, I've got lots of other... If I want to keep it to the Lord of the Rings theme, I've got lots of other cards I might sub in.
Yeah.
Gollum Obsessed Stalker. Oh, And then
And
we've
who knows
got
what's going to be in the packs.
a saga. Sagas are fairly new to me because they came in during the period when I wasn't really paying attention to Magic. But
Isabel, just go to bed. We'll
it's a
find
multi-stage enchantment of some sort anyway.
Relax, it's around.
Of herbs and stewed rabbit. Oh, here's Lobelia, Defender of Bag End. Let's see if we can spot what the real all-star
potatoes?
cards are here.
She's got potatoes?
Yeah, it looks like behind her, yeah.
Those would hurt. Somebody threw potatoes at you.
Legendary creature. Look at the top card of each opponent's library and exile.
They had a bunch of these magic bundles at our Costco this weekend. Yeah, they had some at ours too, but did they have any of this one in stock? It was just that one that they didn't have any.
Last time we were at a Costco, this weekend, we didn't see the Host of Mordor deck, but they still had the other three.
No, we didn't watch Rings of Power. We couldn't bring ourselves to. It just was not. No, we didn't. Too many reasons not to.
I paid attention to a couple of reviews of it, and the things I heard just didn't really sound good.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just one source; it was from a few.
Yeah, lots of people. Yeah. It's not bad. Trust me, I hated the idea of it. Well, from what I've heard, a lot of it is really bad writing, and they've really gone off
some of the logic,
of the stories, and
yeah, I mean, I've read the Silmarillion and know something of the backstories, and yeah, Feasting Hobbit. I've heard some good things about this guy. Devour food 3. As this enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice any number of foods.
Yeah, we can't.
This creature enters the battlefield with
we can't think of it not
times that many +1/+1 counters.
I think we're too big fans of Lord of the Rings to
motivated
not be able to separate it and criticize it too much.
You know, even the Hobbit films bothered me in a lot of ways. There's a prized pig.
Well, when we watched that, I didn't read the books or anything by that point. So for me, it wasn't that bad. Obviously, after we listened to because I didn't read it, we listened to the audiobooks. It was definitely different, and you see it a little different there.
I've got a Delighted Halfling, which would fit very nicely into this deck. If I can find something.
Yeah, Jay Holmes says he hated the Hobbit films too.
Banquet Guests.
3 movies, the smallest book. Yeah, I know. They just wanted to add so much to it, right?
Here's your alternate commander. If you happen to come up against someone who also has this deck out of the box, you can choose to run Bilbo instead of Frodo and Sam, because he's a legendary creature with all 3 colors for the deck. So.
Bilbo.
And his ability
he's fun.
Is kind of terrifying if you can actually get that to go at the bottom of the card. Exile him and pay 5 and tap it. Search your library for any...
I enjoyed the Hobbit one because of Dwarf's tank.
Any number of creature cards and put them onto the battlefield and then shuffle. But you have to have 111 life. So you have to get up to his age and life points to be able to activate it. But if that goes, oh man, that could be scary.
Out of the Hobbit movies, I think I like the first one the most, especially because the singing parts, like in the first movie, the singing was awesome. Like, I mean, especially around the table. I like the table song.
There's Pippin, Warren of Isengard, and Pippin and Merry are also partners who cover the 2 colors and could double as your alternate commanders. So you could run this deck with Frodo and Sam, Merry and Pippin, or Bilbo. You got 3 options, which is kind of nice. And they're all hobbits.
I think, well, one of the reasons why we don't really like the Rings of Power idea too is that they completely ignore the whole Galadriel's husband and stuff like that. They don't bring that up at all.
Yeah. Frediger Bulger, Fatty Bulger from the book. They never made a card for him in here, I don't think. At least I'm not aware of one. Farmer Cotton, though. Nice to have. Rosie's dad. Oh, and we got Treebeard.
What are these all like rare cards in here?
Well, it's preset, so really the rarity doesn't mean much, but some of them at least are marked as rare.
Oh, okay. Oh, Lord of the Rings is fun. I like the art in these cards, though. Like, I mean, yeah, they. Hello, Alias, you're here. Alias is here. Everybody say hi to Alias.
One rope.
Welcome in. Seems like forever.
Call of Unity. A revolt. Creatures you control get +1/+1.
I just watched stuff as if it isn't related to anything. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I just can't bring myself to watch it. I just can't.
Dawn of Hope. So this is... Where is this? Okay, this is at Edoras there, or the mound of God Duggo. That's in the background. That's not Edoras. Hope you rekindled in hope. And okay, so this is when Theoden fell at the Battle of Pelennor Fields. Interesting.
Dawn of Hope just got a new reprint for Foundations.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so Alias, we are going through 2 of the Commander kit bundles from Costco.
We got
and then
the
I think we're gonna
Hobbit
attempt to
Food
play.
and Fellowship, and then the Host of Mordor. You know, we'll have to see about that.
If we have
I don't
time,
know
if we have time, we're gonna attempt to play. If not, we might just wait till next Monday and play next Monday.
Who knows? Dusk and Dawn.
Because Papa Spokat does have to work, so if we do play, it might just be 1 game. I don't know.
Maybe.
That's like the Borderlands movie. I didn't relate to it. To the game at all, so I sort of enjoyed it. Didn't relate to the game at all. Okay.
So I think these cards all have art redone and flavor text to match the Lord of the Rings theme, which is nice.
That's cool.
Even if they are reprints from other sets.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that flavor-wise for sure. Fumigate. Destroy all creatures. You gain 1 life for each creature destroyed this way. That's kind of nasty. Sort of a variant on the old Wrath of God card. Mentor of the Meek. Human Soldier.
I see we're doing the Blasphemy set. I forgot you didn't like this set.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
I think I picked the 2 of the 4 commander decks that had the least blasphemy in it. So I could be wrong on that, but I tried to at least avoid the worst of it.
Regardless, though, I mean, the art is nice in these sets.
Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. That's kind of nasty. Especially if you're doing a life gain deck and it's
some water
commander. Yeah, a drink would be good. I had a cup around here somewhere. Toxic Deluge. Pay X life. All creatures get -X/-X until end of turn. So it's another sort of wrath effect.
Do you want ginger ale or water?
I just had a ginger ale, so water's probably safer.
Right.
Ooh, good old Birds of Paradise.
Oh, Barry. You want
May the birds of paradise fly up your nose.
Barry, do you want this?
My dad used to sing that. I'm not sure quite the reference. Oh, if I'm not done, I'll finish that off. Noise bubbling in the waters came up from the foaming riverbed.
Okay, well.
Ah, man.
Do you want me to take
I'm
this
trying to read instead of paying attention to getting it in the sleeve.
Out of the box? And that way I'll get rid of this.
We got a Gilded Goose. Gilded Goose.
Do you want?
One for 2.
Are we wanting these promos and sleeves as well?
Yeah, as well. I didn't even show those yet. I got a commander deck before we took all the stuff out of the box. That's not proper, now is it? Woodfall Primus. Tree Folk Shaman. Back around when Eventide and Duskmourn came out, I actually built, or was it, what was the name of that block? Anyway, it had Kithkin and Treefolk, and I actually built a Treefolk deck back around that time with Doran the Siege Tower and Murmuring Bosk and all the neat little trees. So honestly, I'm kind of glad to see Treefolk in Magic. They've always been around right from Alpha, but they never got much love as a tribe until that point. And that's when, I was finally able to build an actual Treefolk deck. So, Anguished Unmaking. So they probably haven't returned too many times between then and now, but this is interesting. Manic Lantern. That'll fix your available mana in a hurry.
You scooted over too much.
I should probably move the camera then, because not reaching around it is rather awkward. Trading Post artifact.
Okay. Some, if not most of the art, I must admit, is great. It's who it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah, and I found that most of the people who they messed up the presentations of are more heavily featured in the Elf deck and the Rohan deck. So I didn't grab those two. Well, that's not the only reason. Also, I heard that the Host of Mordor deck had the best cards
that's a cool art.
Well of Lost Dreams.
I like that art. That is really cool. You can move the camera or this over if you need to.
Are we into land already?
Oof.
Huh. We got a brush land. This was originally from Ice Age, one of the old Ice Age Pain lands. This was the first, or one of the first ones I had, because you got a brush land in the Anthologies box as well. Way back when. Shortcuts make long delays. Canopy Vista. I don't remember this one as much. This must be a relatively newer card. This was not around in Ice Age, that's for sure. It's a Jimmy Dickens song.
That was around the same time I read that comment, so I don't know what that's from.
Was that the Birds of Paradise thing I sang earlier?
Oh, maybe.
Fortified Village Land. Enters the battlefield. You may reveal a Forester Plains card from your hand.
Yeah, sadly, the art is still great, but I must stand on my hill to die on, or possibly be canceled on. I don't know. Fight me.
Here's an exotic orchard.
The Birds of Paradise reference, yeah. That art is so nice.
The quote is from Quick Beam. Talking about the Rowan trees. I do love that they incorporated a lot of actual book quotes on these for the flavor text as well. And the map lands that were in the... I don't think they're in the Commander decks, but they were in the other. I thought those were quite nice as well. The Sheriff House had one story, narrow windows, and was built of ugly, pale bricks, badly laid.
Okay.
Oh, speak of, here's a Murmuring Bosk.
Still a solid card, yeah.
Forest enters the battlefield tapped. As it enters the battlefield, you may reveal a Treefolk card from your hand. If you don't, it enters the battlefield tapped. And you can get white or black from it, and paying a life, like the old Painlands, or just green otherwise. So it can provide 3 different colors, which is nice. And if you happen to have Treefolk around, which I've seen 1 or 2 in the deck, you don't even have to wait for it.
If somebody comes into this later when we show off the backs of these cards,
Necroblossom Snarl.
Very confused why there are Pokemon sleeves on Magic cards.
Probably.
That could be go to an MTG night somewhere and just pull them out.
Well, it is a celebration, sort of a set anyway, because it's a celebrating of Lord of the Rings, which was of great inspiration at the time when Magic came out. they had kind of hoped to do a crossover, I think, but another Iron Crown Enterprises was producing a Middle Earth card game at the time, or no, well, not immediately, but shortly thereafter.
I entered
Never
the
really
battlefield
happened.
tapped, crying and wet. Alas, I was a baby and didn't know the rules of the game. Still don't.
Snarl. Power of Mordor, scattered like dust in the wind. Okay. It's an interesting quote to put on one of your lands. Just in general. Sun Petal Grove.
I like that picture. It's pretty.
That is nice. You got the front garden at Bag End there.
I actually would love to have that as a wall art.
That could be nice.
Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. I love it.
Snapdragons and sunflowers and Nesturians.
I find this easier to play than Pokemon. Yes. Well, I mean, I don't know. I haven't played a lot of either.
There's a woodland cemetery.
I used to play TCG Live a bit more.
Barrow Downs.
I probably should start playing with the kids more. That's one of the prettiest cards of this Blasphemous set, says Alias. I just like it. It's beautiful. I'd love to have that on my wall.
Eagles of the North, so some more of the great eagles. Oh, I got
Sun Petal Grove, I mean. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you mean the other one, not the one I was talking about. Okay.
The one with the flowers in front of Bag End, I think.
I said Sun Petal Grove. I don't think that's the same one, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I meant. Okay, now we're getting all confused. Eagles of the North, so the Americans. We do have eagles in Canada. We actually have quite a few. The bald eagles, we got a lot of those. I think we even have some golden eagles. I don't know what we have. I could be wrong. But we have eagles.
Undervale.
Lots.
There's Rosie Cotton.
Especially around Lake Superior. Remember when we stopped there at the beach once when we were traveling by? There was like a nest of them. And when Isabel was a baby, we thought we stayed close to Isabel because she was small enough that they could have come and stolen her. The pancakes of the North are way mightier. Pancakes. What are I don't know what you're referring to for pancakes.
Is that on Rosie? Is she serving pancakes?
I don't know.
Mushrooms. It's a mighty dish of mushrooms they served at the Cotton's house, I believe, when they stopped to go through there in the book. Anyway, they didn't stop there in the in the movie.
Shire Sheriff.
Mirkwood Bats. Doesn't really fit the theme of the Hobbits all that well, but in terms of game mechanics, whenever you create or sacrifice a token, each opponent loses 1 life. That is a nice ability to go with food tokens.
It's a big card, says J. Home. Sorry, Professor J. Oak is J. Home, in case you're wondering.
Okay.
For this deck, yeah. It's a game winner, says Alias. It's like $5. Okay.
Good old Path to Exile. This was when they tried to fix Swords to Plowshares. This doesn't.
J or J Oak is fine. Okay, sounds good. I'm just used to you being called J Home. I haven't been on Colin's live streams in a while. So we've been so busy, and it seems to be the same nights for our streams as well. But
it's neat that this is for Path to Exile. It's when Theoden sent Wormtongue away. And then here's the actual original Swords to Plowshares.
J-Oak.
Been around since Alpha. Always one of the best 1-mana removal spells for targeted removal. Exile a creature, its controller gains life equal to its power.
That's cool.
So this is what I was talking about. I had one in my first 4th edition starter deck that would go well with that personal incarnation card.
Maybe not that version. Okay.
No, obviously not this version.
No. It was related to a comment. A comment that of Alias was saying. Anyways, he says, "What's cool is both the Frodo deck and Sauron deck cards cost way more than the cost of these." Yeah, which is why these ones are harder to find in the stores and stuff like that.
Could be.
I mean, we can still find the Frodo one sometimes, but the Sauron one is always sold out.
Revive the Shire.
That one's even almost pretty.
And get a bit of sun on the hill too. Here's Butterbur, the Bree Innkeeper. So we got a few cards here from the Lord of the Rings sort of actual set, not just the Commander versions here. So there's a bit of a mix. The last one was as well.
I'm not sure this cards will fit in that deck after they're all asleep.
Crypt Incursion. I'm not sure either. We'll find out.
I mean, the deck box.
Yeah. They may not.
The Sauron one is the one I got, but the Frodo normal commander deck is at Hobbiesville for 70. It's up to 90 now. Yeah, you may as well just go to Costco if you can find them and grab the bundle at Costco. If they're
target non-creature or non-artifact creature.
I mean, Costco online has it still. It's just not the Sauron one.
So this is an upgrade over the old Terror that Black had from Alpha. Because that was target non-black or non-artifact creature, and this is... oh no, but that one was also Bury, not Destroy, so they couldn't regenerate. Whereas they could still regenerate from Go to the Throat.
Alias says with minor changes, the Sauron deck gets a bit crazy if you know how it works. If you don't know how it works. That art is cool.
It is a neat art here. Night Whisper. Draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. This reminds me of something else. Is that... What is that? It is a bit of dirt or something. Alright. We got Essence Warden.
You get him on phone and go to bed as well. It's around. We'll find it tomorrow.
I hope we will.
We will.
Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you gain a life. I remember that guy. Ooh, this card's got a little bit of damage on the side here.
Oh yeah, that's unfortunate.
Cultivate. Grip Fang Wolf. Come on, lads.
So are we gonna wait till we sleeve up the other deck before we open the packs, or what?
That was my original thought, but I mean, if you'd rather just open the packs from this one before we dig into the other one, we could do that too.
What do you guys think? Should we wait till we sleeve up the other box?
Guardian.
Or should we open up these packs while he's like opening up the other box? Papa spoke at damaging cards upon cracking packs. First foul. Well, I think that was damaged already. I don't think he
was sitting in the middle of the deck, so...
Rip. Yeah, I think so too.
Harmonize.
I think so too.
Draw 3 cards.
Maybe open both packs so you can rip all. Oh, I guess we could do that.
Hay for the bath at close of day that washes weary mud away.
Maybe.
A loon is he that will not sing. A water hot is a noble thing.
So J Oak says maybe open both packs so you can rip all. Tank says flip a coin. And Alias says, however, it's a blasphemous set, so burn it all. No, Alias, no. Bad Alias.
Well, 2 packs each for set boosters means we got 4 set boosters to open.
You scared some people away.
That's okay.
But.
A loon is he who will not sing. Yeah, that's very...
It's definitely different without Alias here, so we are happy that you're back.
Shire Terrace. I think I had one of these. Tireless provisioner. An elf.
That's how to not get adopted, Alias. Oh, that's so funny.
I remember Mortify. That was quite something when it first came out. Probably nothing these days. 3 cost removal spell.
Well, we're happy for, whatever you
Savvy
are
Hunter.
around. We appreciate you. We understand you've been going through a lot, so but happy you're safe anyways. And happy to have you here tonight.
Sacrifice 2 foods to draw a card.
Ooh, that's a cool card.
Arcane Signet.
I like that art.
Interesting. It's got Gandalf's rune on it, but Gandalf, I don't remember having a ring for making his rune. He did use a wax seal in the movie, but he tended to just draw or scratch his rune on things.
But Tank, I'm basically an almost pseudo-adopted family member.
Commander's Sphere.
Ooh, that looks cool.
Add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. Sacrifice it to draw a card. So it's a mana rock, or you can sacrifice it later for a card when you don't need the mana anymore. It's kind of neat. Although a mana rock for 3. Usually, if I'm going to spend something like a Felwar Stone,
So technically, I'm
that
adopted.
costs 2 is usually the benchmark you're looking for, not something that costs 3.
They adopted me while you're gone.
Pristine Talisman.
That's pretty.
Add a colorless mana and gain a life.
Or at least almost gasp. Ooh, that's a cool card.
Sol Ring. They made it so that it's the stand-in for the One Ring in here, I guess.
Ooh. That is a neat art.
It
I
is.
like that.
This is. They made Sol Rings in the first run of the collector boosters that were with art for. Like, this is an art, obviously, for Sauron's One Ring, but they made ones with, for the rings given to the dwarves, the elves, and the men. And they had them serialized, even. So, if you find any with those arts, they're worth a lot. That one, not so much, which is...
No, my blue brother, my lifelong foiled, my lifelong blue sibling.
Ash Barrens.
That's cool. There's a lot of really neat arts in this set for sure.
Command Tower.
Jensen Brohan.
These sleeves are a bit of a pain.
Yes, Jensen. I've talked with him about that. We'll have to chat later about that. Tonight is a magic stream, so that's a person that wants to trade some of your Monty Python stuff.
Ah, right. I don't know what I have, to be honest, that well, so I'd need a list and some time to go through things. Ghost Quarter. Sacrifice Ghost... Yeah, this is meant to be a fixed version of Strip Mine, isn't it? You can destroy target land, but then they get to get a replacement.
We've also just had a lot of other stuff going on right now, so it's not really been a top of the list of things to get done.
Yeah.
We have lots of
life
stuff.
Is life, and we've got a fair bit of it in our house.
And stuff.
Larry Pelt's Refuge.
J-Oak says, Commander Staple. Command Tower, no more like Command Flopper. Haha, no, I'll show myself out.
I tend to think of cards and evaluate cards from a legacy, vintage perspective. Anything that requires a commander to have an effect, or its effect is sadly limited if you don't have a commander, I don't tend to think much of.
Jensen's talking about a good rule book I've been working on for those years too. The original one is terrible.
Oh, this is kind of neat for art.
That is cool art.
I took Rogue's Passage and gave it, again, the entrance at nighttime to Bag End.
I like that. It's really neat.
Sandsteep Citadel, another hobbit hole.
Honestly, if I had like unlimited funds to do, I'd love to make like a hobbit hotel. That would be cool. Wouldn't it? That was weird.
The houses and holes of Shire hobbits were often large and inhabited by large families. Sometimes many generations of relatives lived in comparative peace together in one ancestral and many-tunneled mansion.
Hear that, Papa? Hear that, viewers? Papa hates Commander players. This is a joke, and it doesn't represent Spokane in any way.
No, I don't. I love the opportunity to play.
He's joking.
But it's just when I play Commander, I play it like EDH. I just happen to take an old EDH deck and throw a commander, like a legendary creature in it with those colors so that it counts as and plays as a commander deck. But really, I play it like an EDH deck, and they were built as EDH decks. So,
okay.
Or sorry, not even EDH, but
as
just as a Highlander deck, even.
Is our stream glitching for anybody? Because on my, yeah, it's weird because mine just like on the thing, it's been. That's weird. I don't know what's going on. Because it glitched a couple times on my end that I'm watching. Because I'm watching on the iPad as well, just to see how our streams are going.
Now we're into just our basic lands finally.
Okay, so Jensen says I put reference work on Board Game Geeks Python CCG forum. I don't know. I don't. Is it good now? That was just weird. I don't know what was going. That's weird. We don't usually have. Okay, that's just weird that was doing that. We gotta contact our internet provider and see if they can. We need better service.
Not as much to commentate on these lands. So while I'm sleeving basic lands, maybe you want to start opening some packs or vice versa?
I guess. Jensen, if you just, I think you had our email. Just send us an email of that information, and then Papa Spokat can get back to you when he's got time. He's working days this week, so it might take a bit.
To be honest, I'm hoping to fill out the set too. Like I do have a few doubles. Yeah. Most of them aren't sort of the rare cards.
You want to shove over then, and I'll open these packs.
I kind of want to find the Taunt You a Second Time cards because there's some neat ones in there.
This first?
Yeah, might as well. That's the one that's beside you.
All right, so you can move over so I can do this. Take all these cards with you. All right, so while he's sleeving up the basic lands, I'm gonna open up this. What is this called? Collector Booster Sample Pack. This will be our first one. Oof. Oof. Not with that attitude. Yeah, Alias is like, Pink, Papa's about to be my Papa too eventually. Totally fair, and a set's gonna take a lot of boxes. Coalition was horrible. Yeah, okay. Have a good night, Jensen. Appreciate it. You know what else you can do? I'll check your internet provider. Maybe you know. That's it. I should probably know. Maybe adopt me. Yeah. We have nowhere to put ya. Our house is full. That's the problem. Can't get a one ring. I love they say that. Okay, so there's something back here. All right, so we've got. Is it only two cards?
Yes.
So we got for the Aragorn, Company Leader.
In the ring frame. I'm not sure if I have that one, to be honest, because that's a rare in the. I might be missing that one. And
we've got the Grey Havens. Ooh, that's pretty.
Foil Grey Havens.
Nice.
Full art from the scene things.
So I like these. I don't know.
It's not bad. Could do a lot worse.
I think they're cool. The Grey Havens. I like the art on that.
I like that the Aragorn is in shadow.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm done the basic lands, but there's
Woohoo.
tokens.
We got tokens. Yay.
Problem is, do
Maybe
we have
this-
some clear sleeves? Pass me some clear sleeves because
Okay. Hey,
tokens, you need to be able to see both sides on these, I think.
which ones do you want? Inner
Whichever one's open.
Okay, this one. Sorry. Sorry. All right. So I think the best card you can get is Mount Doom Full Art. Okay. Don't need to sleeve the tokens. Nah. All right. So we got the 2 set boosters still too. So let's see what we got. Ayo, you got the Grey Havens. I like that art. It's pretty. The hollow kind of like really makes it even that much better. Okay, so we got where that thing is. Seeking Your Precious. Oh, hey, look. We've got a. That's supposed to be an
Autographed. Autographed.
I don't think we
art
have that one. Do we have that one?
I'm not sure.
That's
I'll
pretty.
have to check that one as well.
It's a set of cards. Oh, this one is that's what was on the other side of that. I forgot to show that. Okay, so we got a swamp. I'm gonna put these just down here. Bewitching Leechcraft. More Golden Knife Wound. Sleeve that swamp.
Fog on the Paradise.
That's cool. That is really neat. We've got oh, sorry. Legendary Creature.
Denethor, the Ruling Steward.
Yeah. So I read this part, not the part above it.
Yeah.
There we go. Old Man Willow. That's kind of cool. I like that. Rise of the Witch King. You can kind of see some. Ooh,
it took me. That was one that took me surprisingly long to find. It's an uncommon. We got a Voracious Fellbeast. That looks cool anyway.
That does look cool. Ooh, Pippin's Bravery. That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Nazguls are expensive. Yes, they are.
It would be nice to
Ooh,
full art Barad-dûr.
Do you have that one?
I don't remember. I know I'm missing one of these full arts. Oh, and we got 2 rares. Double rare pack.
Doors of Durin. Nice. And a
Foil Nimril.
Yeah, it's cool.
Watcher.
I think that was a decent pack, wasn't it?
Yeah, it seemed to be. I mean, the Barad-dûr here is I think better in terms of.
Did we open a whole booster box of this yet?
Yes, we did that on our 1,000.
Oh yes, we did. You're right.
I want to open that one.
You got 2 in your box or the other.
Oh, is that how we're doing it?
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, fine.
You open those 2. I open these 2.
Fine.
Because we were thinking if we were going to play it, I would take this deck and you would take that one, right?
These ones over here with the Aragorn.
I don't know. Ah, come on. I think we should probably open the other ones at the end of going through that deck. That way, you know, people have to stick around if they want to see what's in it. Oh, look at this. Okay, sorry. That's the
One Ring
token thingy. Yeah, Papa, let Mama open some packs. You greed, bearded, beautiful beard person. That's cool.
Oh, there's the map art.
Ooh, nice. I like these lands. The map ones are cool.
So do I.
Eastmark Cavalier. Westfold Rider. And Esquire of the King.
Yep.
The best part of the set, the map plans. Yeah. I can't argue with that. Ooh, I like that art. Oh, I love that art.
Knights of Dol Amroth.
That is really cool.
That is nice.
I like this card. And we've got that one again.
Yeah, repeat of Denethor, which means we might be into the same stack of uncommons. Yep, Old Man Willow. They bunched them up pretty heavily in
Rise of
this.
the Witch King.
Yep, same stack of uncommons. They bunched them up into.
Ooh.
Oh, but we got a full art Voracious Felbeast this time.
Nice. Ooh.
Sauron the Dark Lord.
Ooh.
This, I think, is a stronger Sauron card than the one that comes in the other deck here.
Mm-hmm.
The one that comes in this. I think that one is actually better. It certainly costs 2 less anyway.
That is cool. Samwise Gamgee.
And that's the ring variant.
I think we have this one.
So I might be missing this one as well, because I know I was missing a bunch of the ones in the ring frame.
Mirromere
So that
Guardian.
was another double rare pack.
So, and this is our holo. So
I've heard that version of Sam goes well in this Hobbit deck as well.
So this one's not horrible.
Whenever another non-token creature enters the
Do we have
battlefield
this
under
one?
your control, create a food token. So
Or do we not have this one?
this creates more food tokens, and you can sacrifice 3 food tokens to return a historic card from your graveyard to your hand. That does seem handy.
So J Oak says that Sauron is a $6 card. I mean, it doesn't seem like a horrible pack, hey?
No, I wouldn't say so, but we got 2 double rare packs, so that's...
Is that Sam in my Frodo deck because it's a different name? Okay.
Yeah, that always seemed weird to me in that you can have multiple Frodos and multiple Sams as long as they have different names. Like
Did you you sleeve the holos, yeah?
I sleeved the promo cards, which I'll go through now, and I put all the cards you got that were rares and points of interest over
either
here.
of these or no? Where do you want these?
Sure. I've already got a couple of that, but
so I guess that's this box, but
here were the promos that come with these Costco bundles, so you can see at the bottom they're labeled.
It was $15. It was $15 a few months ago.
Promo 1 down there. So Frodo Determined Hero, 2/2 for 2. Whenever Frodo Determined Hero enters the battlefield or attacks, you may attach target equipment you control with mana value 2 or 3 to Frodo. As long as it's your turn, prevent all damage that would be dealt to Frodo. So that's pretty cool. These are all these promo cards are from the little what is it, $25 starter 2-deck pack. But this is the first time they're available in foil versions.
This is cool though.
Gandalf the White Rider, 3/3 for
art.
4, Vigilance. Whenever you cast a spell, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Scry 1. And when Gandalf the White Rider dies, you may put it into its owner's library, 5th from the top.
So Jake was saying that
he'll be back.
That he thinks the One Ring will drop once it gets banned.
Yeah.
Ailey says it might not get banned, and then he says, I know the recent bans were pretty bad for standard.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was a whole schmozzle of who knows what.
A lot of people were not happy, obviously.
Honestly, I think they should just errata it, or better yet, bring back the reserve list. Just let people run one copy. That would be more on brand for the theme anyway.
Yeah. Elias says, although Jewel, Lotus, Mana Crypt, Dockside, Extortionist ban did happen recently on the same day, so who knows?
Yeah.
The ones today, though. Crazy. More ban cards today?
Oh, I didn't hear any announcements today, but who knows?
Mono Red got nerfed. Sorry, he said Mono Red got nerfed.
All right.
And ban everything, and let's move on to Pokemon.
And then we've got the Balrog Flame of Odin.
I do like that art.
It is. It's not the best of cards, because when a legendary creature an opponent controls dies, put it on the bottom of its owner's library. So if it's around and you kill something, it disappears for a while.
If you log into Arena, you'll see the new bans. Okay, yeah, you don't do the Arena thing, do you?
Not really, no. So those are promos. Promo 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Does your brother?
And they're the same with each deck.
Your brother tried it, though, didn't he?
He tried it for a while. I've been on it, I think, but I haven't been back there in a long time.
All right, so This is obviously, it's just for art, this thing.
Yeah, basically. I mean,
Okay.
it's just to have a fancy version to, I don't know.
That's pretty neat, though. I like it. We should put it in something to keep it, protected of some sort.
I guess I'll sleeve the common foils, even though they're just commons.
Oh, we're glitching again. Wait, I'm checking the new bands. Are they standard only, or are they modern, legacy, and commander included? I don't know why we're glitching. This is silly. Tomorrow they're giving some free decks out because of foundations. Check it out. Maybe this week is fun. Maybe this week is fun.
Oh,
It's fun. Sorry.
All right. So that was deck 1. I guess we're digging into
today
deck
was
2.
mostly standards. Yeah, on my screen it glitched once, and I was just like, "Why is it doing this?" I put on the freaking subscribers only mode, and then all of a sudden we're getting all this glitching. Maybe the bots are mad.
Who knows? Anyway. So yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to play a game tonight. I don't think.
With these. Oh, wait a minute.
Will it fit?
It looks like it'll fit.
Ooh. I must get me some, but if it's only on Arena Pass.
Yeah, that'll squeeze in there with those sleeves.
You got another 100 followers since this streamer started? Wait, really?
I find that hard to believe. All right.
Hold on a second.
Let's get into box number 2.
Our subscribers numbers haven't changed much, if at all.
Holy cow! It's almost that time already.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think we're gonna have time to actually.
No, we're not gonna
play
have
these against
time.
each other tonight.
148, but guess it doesn't show the totals.
We can save that for another time. Squeaky squawky.
If that deck doesn't fit, it's your fault for not adopting me.
So here's the.
So we'll just move these cards out of the way.
Deck.
So you couldn't get it in the box?
No, it does. It will.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't do it, but I sized it up and it'll fit.
So should I put it in? You just gotta
kind of squash it down.
Should I put it in?
Sure, go.
Just rip the packs. I have to go too.
Yeah, might as well do the packs first.
Yeah, okay.
So there's our 2 set boosters. We got the same set of 4 promos.
Just wait till once we get our 2,000 subscribers and we go and open up that
try opening
that
this one
special
from the bottom.
set. That's gonna be awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm gonna take my time with that opening.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you. Because the other one we're gonna keep sealed, right?
I'd like to get a couple poster cards.
I don't know. I don't think I can get that in there unless I do a few at a time.
All right. So here we go. Out of the box.
I think I'm just gonna have to do a few at a time to get this in there. Right.
There's our Saruman and Sauron deck box. And our
rip the cards as well. They burns us, alias. You're funny.
Another. Ooh. And here's a. Oh no, it's the same. It's just this thing's got 2 sides. For you want a good guy and a bad guy side to the life counters.
Okay, let's see.
So here's the.
Yeah, I got him in.
Sample pack collector booster. So let's see if we got anything interesting in this.
I would feel better if we had more room in this deck box. All right, what do you got? Did I get better cards than you on mine?
Yet to be determined. Oh, that was awkward. I do find with these collector boosters, they do tend to be sealed a lot tighter for some reason. Ooh, it's a secret lair. Advertisement.
Oh, Elrond, Master of Healing. That's nice.
Yeah, in the ring. Again, this might be one that I'm missing for my sets. So,
ooh, we're gonna check.
yeah, I'm going to check those, see if I can fill in a couple more holes in the set. Because that's our third rare we've got in the ring. We got Sauron, Aragorn, and now Elrond. And the other one, a foil Dunland Carbine. It's a common foil.
I mean,
I'm
the
pretty
art
sure I
is
have
neat.
this. It does look. This art does look pretty nice.
And the foil like
With
makes
the
it that much
foiling,
better,
with
yeah.
the shining moon behind the birds. And,
Look at the bottom though; it looks pretty nasty on the bottom.
Yeah, the bottom is a little rough. Anyway.
Well, that's kind of neat.
It is kind of neat. Let's get to those set boosters here.
Still pretty. Yeah, it is. It is. It really is. Maybe we can save this for like do a game on play on next Monday or something.
Maybe. We'll see.
Try these decks out. We could do a game like with the decks as they're built, and then a game altered.
Yeah, well, that
if
might
we
be,
wanted to add a couple other things.
Perhaps. All right.
So I've got chewed on it a little before packaging, probably.
So I've got a few more cards for my set potentially out of this too, which is nice.
That is neat.
That is a neat one. I think I have this art card though. Ooh, we got a foil land.
Foil. Oh, I love those, and I think the foil makes it look even nicer too.
Yeah. The water is especially foiled, so that's nice. You get that glint off the sea.
I'm glad that these have packs in them because we can kind of open a little bit too while we're going through the decks.
Absolutely.
And it's always fun to see what you get in packs.
And we got a Mirror Guardian, enraged Horn.
Yeah, there we go. If you want to move this, you can. I don't.
It's kind of awkward leaning to the side here. Sam's Desperate Rescue. So this is basically Raised Dead, except the ring tempts you as well. Anyway, now for Wrath, now for Ruin.
That is nice art. I like that one.
That is neat. Charge of the...
And speaking of Lord of the Rings, Abram was watching the second movie today.
He was. Grond.
He watched the first one yesterday.
Goblin Fire Leaper.
Oh, we got a...
Fire Foes.
I hear MTG cards go well dipped in morning coffee. Samwise the Stout-Hearted? Okay. Yeah.
And then again with the ring border. I think I have this one because it's just an uncommon, but it took me a while to find it.
Ooh.
Isildur's Fateful Strike.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
It's neat. I don't think it's...
I like the art.
The art is neat. The concept is kind of cool, but I don't think it's a sought after or a very useful card. This card confuses me because I don't understand the point of instants being legendary.
I just like the art.
Yeah, I understand how it works with the description text, and then we've got a foil uncommon. So we didn't get a double rare, and our rare was kind of meh, in my opinion. The art. It does look cool.
Do you have that one though?
I'm certain I have this card. Yes.
Okay.
So nothing new for me.
So what, you want me to open the second pack for you?
No, thank you.
You sure? I don't mind helping you.
Certain things I don't understand. Like I've heard some people talking where they've got, something like a box of collector boosters sitting on their shelf, and it's been sitting there for months, but they're not going to open it until they get some lucky hits out of some of their packs that day, and they figure they're on a hot streak. That way, whatever's in there is going to be better for some reason. When it's the same box that's been sitting there for months. Whatever else you did that day isn't going to change what's in that box. I'm sorry.
People are hopeful.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. That's neat.
It is.
Ooh, another...
Full art planes.
Nice. I can put that in the sleeve if you want me to.
Sure. Mushroom Watchdogs.
Ooh.
Snarling Warg.
That is kind of neat art, though.
It is. Oliphant.
Ooh, what's back there?
mountain cycling. Legolas, counter of kills. This is awkward enough. Everything's sliding sideways on me because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Friendly rivalry.
Okay. Ooh, Gimli.
Gimli, counter of kills. Rising of the day. Nasty end. Common, full art.
These have rough edges. That's kind of...
Eleanor, the gardener.
Look at the edges.
This is one of the ones that
and some of those
comes later, but yeah, not the best. Halfling Scout. This was one of the ones that I think comes sort of after the main set. I'm not sure why.
The Balrog Durin's Bane. Didn't we already pull that?
No, this is a different version of the one that came as a promo card.
Oh, okay.
So this one costs more to play, but doesn't have that nasty downside.
Okay.
So.
Do you have that one?
I think maybe not, but I think I do. But I'll have to double check to be sure.
I wish we had more packs to open because I really like opening packs.
Me too.
Elven Farsight.
Elven Farsight is a foil and an Orcish army.
I like the art.
It's at least a more interesting rare. I don't know. I don't think it's worth much.
So would you say that
either.
My packs were better?
I would say your packs are better because you got 2 double rare packs for one thing.
I forget if that Eleanor is a Frodo in the Frodo set
also
or
got
not,
a
but
mythic.
I use it in it.
You also got a mythic, and I didn't. So,
yay!
There's 2 reasons your packs were better.
Yay!
Oh no! Wait a minute. This was a double rare pack. I did get 2 rares in this one.
That's cool. So, do you want me to just get the plastic off this while you're putting those in sleeves?
I suppose.
All right. So that is. Actually, this art is kind of cool. Yeah. Sauron, Lord of the Rings.
Art is definitely cool.
Do you have this card at all, or any version of it, or is it just for the commander?
That is a commander version of Sauron.
Okay.
So I don't have that.
Gotta go have fun. If you play these decks in an upcoming stream, I'll watch it. We might do it on Monday, maybe.
We'll see. We got potential other plans in the works for Monday as well. So
we'll
see what
happens. Who knows? Have a good night, J-Oak, and thank you for popping in. We appreciate it. Okay. I do not like the plastic on these things. Oops. All right. Okay.
All right. So you want me to start sleeving these now? Or do you want me to hand you the lands and you can start sleeving some and I can start sleeving the other and we can speed this up a little?
Sure.
All right. The lands should be at the bottom third or so. Or here, let me...
Yeah, I'll let you do it.
There's our other thick version again, like we had before.
That is cool, too.
Off to the side,
I do like that. I think that art is cool. These are really neat.
I want the Lucario sleeves now. And here's some Lucario sleeves for you.
All right.
Because Lucario seems to be very Hosts of Mordor-y with the color scheme, if nothing else.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind getting, like, one of each of the other commander decks just to go through it, and also just because, yay packs.
I do like the fact that these also have gold on the inside of the sleeve, so that seems...
I just wish they were clear and not, like, foggy, or whatever you want to call them.
Here, let's see if I can... Oh, that's treasure tokens, and basic lands, up to here, so there you go. We don't need to do the tokens, but...
Do you want to move over just a bit with the camera, and then I have a little bit more space?
That would be...
Thank you.
Actually useful.
All right, sorry, just... Here we go.
Whoops, we got them right on top of a stack of sleeves. That wasn't smart.
Sorry about that, guys. Our space is limited.
Yeah.
Our kitchen table gets taken over by our streaming stuff. So
there's our foil Sauron, the Lord of the Rings.
That looks cool.
It does look cool. But I think, like I said, the other one that we pulled out of a pack is technically the better version of Sauron.
Okay.
So, I think. Whether it's true for this deck is another matter.
When we open that special gift set, are we gonna like wanna also open some regular packs or something? Because we could probably pick some up.
I mean, I'm all for opening more packs, but
I don't necessarily mean like a booster box worth. I just mean like.
And then, yeah, this is your alternate commander then. Same colors for a legendary creature. You could also run Sauron, the White Hand, if you want something that doesn't cost 8 to cast. Basically. I'm going to move this closer to me because
Yeah, go ahead.
it makes it a little easier. Got the Corsairs of Umbar.
Does anyone else want to go and binge watch Lord of the Rings now?
Oh, always, but when do you have time? Maybe I'll dig out the audio recording and put it on my memory stick to listen to work one of these days.
Oh, there you go.
But that is going to be another whole project to get set up because I had it on an iPod.
I want to see
but
war.
now I'm not allowed to use my iPod at work anymore, so.
You're not allowed to use your iPod at work?
Nope.
Why?
Because you're not. No electronic devices outside of the drive.
Is it because of the whole picture
Sheila
thing?
Breadweaver, yes, exactly that.
But weren't they like lightening up on that? They were.
They were, and then someone put pictures on the internet and they cracked down on it again. Anyway.
Silly people.
I've heard this is one of the chase cards for this deck. Cavern Horde Dragon. Big, nasty, 6/6 flying trample haste for 9, but it costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest number of artifacts an opponent controls. So if your opponent has 4 artifacts on the board, that drops this cost by 4.
Okay.
If you've got someone who's got a ton of token treasures or something, all of a sudden you could play this potentially for 2 red for your 6/6 flying trample haste.
You want the tokens and sleeves again? Or just regular clear sleeves?
Sorry?
Tokens?
No, tokens don't need to be sleeved. I'm grabbing the wrong sleeves. I'll throw the Balrog promo in this sleeve before I get too confused here.
Okay, okay, there's the lands. Cavern Horde Dragon is just so Gouda.
Against the right opponent, it's good. And you're more likely to find a good opponent in a multiplayer game, of course, but Orcish Siege Master. Rampaging Mammoth. War Mammoth. As opposed to a regular War Mammoth, which you could get in Alpha. But this is a lot bigger.
That's a cool card. I like the art. It's neat.
Yeah.
And here's like cheese too when you fight it.
I guess this is the 3rd version of the Balrog. So there's one in the commander deck, there was one in the main set, and then there's that promo card from the starter deck.
Huh.
So there's 3 different versions of the Balrog. You got this one, you've got this one, and you've got this one. Which is the best? I don't know. They're all big, scary monsters. I'm pretty sure it's not this one, though. Anyway.
I'll be right back. Oof.
Here's Saruman's buddy, Grima. Buddy is, yeah, not really the right word. In the darkness bind them.
Sorry, I need chocolate.
Who doesn't?
This is my favorite
well,
chocolate
I don't
bar.
before bedtime.
That's my favorite chocolate bar, in case anybody cares.
It's a good one. It didn't used to be your favorite.
No, I used to like Mars for a while.
You also liked Caramel for a while.
Caramel, yes, caramilk's a good one. I still like that on occasion. It's not the prettiest chocolate bar, but
this is not the most expensive card by any means in the set, but this is one.
Inside it.
Yeah, fudge and caramel and peanuts and all in chocolate. This card I was really glad I could finally get a copy of, because
it's really yummy.
Didn't have one, and it's right in the commander deck. Lord of the Nazgul. I still haven't gotten 9 copies of the regular Nazgul card. I think I'm sitting at 7 or 8. But this guy, wraiths you control have protection from ring bearers. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a 3/3 black wraith creature token with menace onto the field, and then if you control 9 or more wraiths, the wraiths you control have base power and toughness 9/9 until end of turn. That's potentially pretty nuts. Especially since there's a bunch of other wraiths you can be playing them with. Here's Scavenger. Summons of Sauron. See, I like that they turned milling into a keyword, but to me it's confusing, because to me, when you mill someone, it needs a target. Usually you'd be milling your opponent, but you could mill yourself. So I've got to read the context of the card and try and figure out which it means half the time when it says mill now.
I'm still here, don't you worry. I'm glad you're still here, Tank. They made the Smarties brighter colored again. Remember how they were like really crappy looking?
Well, I mean, they're brighter color, but I liked the sort of dark reds and blue color too.
Yeah, it's better than it was. Too
greedily and too deep. That's a 7-cost sorcery. It's a little bit much.
In case you don't know what Smarties are in Canada, it's these things. They're chocolate-covered, candy-coated chocolate.
And we've got Wake.
Yay, at least you're still here.
Wake the Dragon.
And this is what they look like. Yum.
That's one thing. They never did make an actual Smaug card in this.
I don't think anybody cares about my chocolate.
There are illusions to it. There's a token you can get from a saga in the main set, but they didn't make an actual Smaug card. So that's another thing that, to me, just hints at they're going to do another Tales of Middle-earth, The Hobbit set down the line at some point. And then they can do, all the dwarfs that went on the journey with Bilbo as well. Relic of Sauron. 4 to cast. Tap it for 2 mana in any combination of blue, black, and or red. That's kind of cool. Or you can pay 3, tap it, and draw 2 cards, and then discard a card. So you can use it to dig once you've got your mana all set, but it helps you set your mana pretty nicely too. So that's fun. This is another one that I've heard good things about. Is the Black Gate.
Ooh, that looks cool.
It's a legendary land, so it's just a land you can play. It counts as a gate for whatever that matters for. I'm not sure, but it must count for something. And as it enters the battlefield, you may pay 3 life. If you don't, it enters the battlefield tapped. And you can tap it for a black, or you can tap 2 in it to choose a player with the most life, or tied for the most life. Target creature can't be blocked by creatures that player controls this turn. So
can I get adopted pancakes?
Lets you get through to attack whoever's got the most life.
Pancakes? Are you calling this pancakes? Or do you want pancakes from us if you get adopted? I'm confused. You can have pancakes.
Looks sure. We've got Decree of Pain.
With real Canadian maple syrup.
Destroy all creatures. They can't regenerate. Draw a card for each creature destroyed this way. sort of similar to Overwhelming Forces, except it's targeted at, or no, it's not targeted. That one's Overwhelming Forces is a player. This is just all creatures. But you could cycle it to have all creatures get -2/-2 at the end of turn instead and draw a card, which is potentially, depending on the tactics of the time, better. All creatures get -4/-4 until end of turn for Languish. That's pretty neat.
I think water go down the wrong way.
We've got Living Death.
Oh my goodness.
Reanimate was a very popular card back in the day for, for reanimating strategies. Like the good old Animate Dead and stuff, except this was cheaper, and you didn't have to keep the enchantment on it, and just brought it straight back. So this is probably one of the cards that's worth a few bucks from this deck, I would say. Had a guess. So that and the Cavernhorn Dragon and the Gate Thing probably are three of them anyway. Blasphemous Act. This is a fun card. I actually built a deck around this card years ago. Spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield, because otherwise 9 would be a lot. It deals 13 damage to each creature. That's a lot of damage flying around.
That's a neat looking card.
And there are some things, of course, whose side I am altogether not on. Treebeard quote at the bottom there. Goblin Dark Dwellers.
High Flyer, what it do? High Flyer, what it do? What? Hi. Hi, Boyd. How are you doing? Just going through the second commander deck.
Again, not a few years back.
That looks neat. I like that.
Yeah, the Inferno Titan, they had a Titan for every color. They were all 6/6 creatures for 6 that did something when they entered the battlefield. Is it or attacked, or was it different triggers too? Anyways, they were all big bruisers that gave you extra value when they hit the battlefield, which was nice. So
Aliases says, oh, so opening this set came with the card that names it?
Not sure quite what you mean by that, but we did pull a Sauron out of one of the packs, and we did pull
Blasphemous Act.
Oh, that's okay. There, I get you. That makes more sense then. Yeah. Null Spine Dragon, 7/5 flying. Enters the battlefield. You may discard
That is a neat looking card too.
And draw cards equal.
I like that.
Interesting.
There's a lot of nice looking cards. I don't know.
Scourge of the Throne, another big dragon.
I think just for the sake of playing and having options to play, it might not necessarily hurt to get the other two commander decks.
Well, perhaps, but
maybe
it's a lot of money too.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
there's the Siege Gang Commander.
The other two are not going to sell out as fast as these ones.
I suppose not.
So we don't necessarily have to be as in a rush to get them.
True. But we also might be able to find a better deal on them somewhere too. Who knows?
I also just like the idea of like the packs that come
Treasure
with it.
Enabler.
And like that sample pack, that's pretty neat too. The sample pack that, like, we got some decent ones in it.
Come on. I'm showing the wrong hand here. Hostage Taker. Human Pirate. And we've got a Notion Thief, Human Rogue,
In case anyone likes our little tablecloth here that we got here. It's not really a tablecloth. It's a wall art thing. It's like a canvas type thing. We got it from Temu.
Choked Estuary.
A little map of Middle Earth, which is kind of neat. Not as clear as it could be, but
No.
but still nice.
It can double as a playmat type thing if
Yeah,
it has to.
yeah. Like I mean, it's kind of neat. I
Desolate Lighthouse.
it would work for today to have on the table. If we ever put it up on the wall, then great. If not, that's okay too. Oh, it glitched again. Stupid freaking.
Dragon Skull Summit.
Hello,
Dragon Skull Summit, actually. I thought that was a little bit too on the nose. This is more subtle.
hostage taker. That's something that you might want to do to me. Take me hostage, maybe. Kind of adopted, so I can live with it. Oh, I don't know why this keeps doing that. Like just glitching a little bit. We've never had that issue before.
Foreboding Ruins. I've heard that the Riders of Rohan deck can actually be one of the more hard-hitting decks.
Okay.
Of the four. Like it's a aggressive deck that does that fairly well.
Void, we talking about blasphemy, getting me excited. Well, Alias calls
Frostboil Snarl.
Calls this set blasphemy. He does not like it. I like that card, the Frost, whatever snarl thingy.
It is a neat looking card. I'll give it that for sure. Here's a Smoldering Marsh. A little bit more ugly, although the art is well done. I'll give it that. And we've got
I'm all about the art. So.
Sulphur Falls.
Ooh, I like that. That is nice. It's really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a lot of this art I want on my walls.
Another reprint from Ice Age, Sulphur Spring.
That doesn't look like a spring. Looks like lava.
I know.
Smoldering Marsh looks good. Still blasphemy. Also, hey, Mama Spokat. Hi, Void.
Sunken Hollow.
I hope you're having a good night. We're actually
oh, come on.
We're actually really enjoying going through these.
Yeah, I'm just keeping half an eye on the clock, and
yeah, Papa Spokat's got to get to
once
bed
we wrap
soon.
up, I'm gonna have to get straight to bed.
The Darkrai Cresselia Oversize was on eBay the other night. Okay. Yeah, I figured you meant something else.
Here's the Treason of Isengard.
Ooh, that looks cool though. Like the view of that art, like the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
That is cool. It was beat to crap, but still. There you go. Well.
Bitter Downfall. This is one from the main set.
Okay.
Actually, so is Treason of Isengard. Interestingly.
Oh, let us know if you guys would like to see us open the other two.
Troll of Khazad-dûm.
We might do it at some point down the road.
As far as commons go, this is pretty decent. I mean, Swamp Cycling 1 isn't bad. Discard this card, search your library for a swamp card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. If you need a land, or it's a big beater. Well, not huge, but 6/5 for 6 is something anyway. And it's hard to block. Oh, look. Here's the Voracious Fellbeast that we opened 2 of in packs.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I gotta get the kids ready for school all by myself tomorrow.
Fiery inscription.
That looks cool.
It is a nice bit of art on this one for sure.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun to try playing these sometime.
Yeah, I think so too.
You're slowly getting me back into playing Magic.
Ooh, Arcane Denial.
Cool.
It is. And that's a reprint from Alliances.
I like that art a lot. Kind of makes me think a little bit of like Northern Lights being harnessed type thing for the power. That's really cool. Arcane Denial, Adoption Denial sounds the same. He's trying hard, Barry.
Boon of the Wish Giver. Draw 4 cards or cycle it. So you can pay 1 to draw a card, or you can pay 6 to draw 4 cards. Options. Consider.
That kind of looks neat too.
Surveil 1 and then draw a card. Deep Analysis. Target player draws 2 cards with flashback.
Ooh, I like that one. That looks nice. Sorry, I'm a little behind. I'm looking. That Deep Analysis card is the art. It's cool.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Fact or Fiction. This card was made some noise when it was first printed. Giving your opponent choice, but either way, you gain out of it. Forbidden Alchemy.
That is cool. I like the art on that one too. That's really, really neat. Just the art in this set is just so well done.
For the most part. Here's Feed the Swarm.
Yeah.
Destroy target creature or enchantment.
I don't love
controls. It's a little bit more versatile than most black removal anyway. Merciless Executioner. Revenge of Ravens. Oh, these stupid sleeves are awkward. More than most.
Well, I mean...
Ooh, Anger. Faithless Looting. This was more recent. And we've got the Mouth of Sauron. I've said it before, but I really like that even the reprint cards, they put...
Well, it's been fun, but it
fresh
seems the
art.
shop is closing. So my internet connection might drop any minute now. So I'll be saying my goodbyes early. Okay, well, thanks for popping
in, Alias. Appreciate it.
Yep, thanks for
Have a
sure.
good night.
We've got to get going ourselves pretty quick here, so. But. Gutter snipe.
It's just such a neat. I don't know. The art is really good. I think
Shiny impetus.
that one is a little weird, but meh. This is supposed to be Gollum
I guess.
running away or something.
Running from an orc.
I still think Andy Serkis did a really good job playing Gollum. I think it really brought the character to life.
Thrill of possibility. Extract from darkness.
Love you guys, and I hope to drop into another live soon. Didn't get to see Papa's beautiful beard. I think, well, at the beginning. You gotta go back to the beginning.
There's a repeat of the arcane signet. Basalt monolith. This sucker was on the reserved list once upon a time.
See, yeah.
And then they took all the commons and uncommons off the reserved list, at least from the base set. And so they decided they want to let people print it again or have it printable. Turns round the black rock, you'll see it. Suddenly you'll see it above you, and you will want to hide. I was talking about the eye, I believe, of Sauron. Or at least the tower of Sauron, Barad-dûr. Commander's Sphere. I think we saw this one last one too.
Or it was in a pack or something, I don't know.
Ever-flowing chalice.
There's definitely a lot of neat stuff here.
Mind Stone.
I guess if you wanted to fill out the commander deck part of the binder, you could now.
Well, no, it would be a separate binder because
would it?
Technically it's a separate set.
Oh, okay.
And some of the cards, like at first I thought the commander cards would all be in the commander decks. No, all the box toppers count as part of the commander set.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then a bunch of other cards that have come out since, like all those poster art packs. Those are all part of the commander set.
Oh my goodness.
Worn Power Stone.
Well, good thing I'm not as into, Magic the Gathering as I am Pokemon, because then that'd be really hard to complete.
No kidding.
Compared to the Pokemon.
It's ridiculously
cards.
hard to complete this set.
Although the set
And that's
out in
not even
January
worrying
is-
about, like, I'm not even concerned about finding all the alternate versions of
You
these
want
cards.
one version of
Like,
the card?
Crumbling Necropolis. More or less, I mean.
Yeah. So there's still a couple Nazguls you're missing that you haven't gotten yet of the main set?
Yeah, there's 9 different arts for the Nazgul as well. And I've got doubles of at least one. And like I said, I don't have 9 total yet either, so. Field of Ruin. Path of Ancestry. Terramorphic Expanse.
That's kind of neat.
It is, kind of.
Oh, there's that, the Rogue's Passage, the light coming from the Hobbit hole again. Is that the last card?
Other than all the basic lands and stuff that you already did.
Yeah.
So.
I guess we can
There we go.
flip this over and just kind of...
Did you put the basic lands into this pile? Or?
No, it's right here. It was beside it.
All right.
Where's the other... Did you have any sleeves left? Just... Do you want us to flip it back to you, or do you want to still show people some of this stuff?
Well, we can do either. I'm just gonna put this in this deck here, deck box.
Or did you have leftover sleeves, or did you use them all?
There were leftover sleeves, yes.
Okay.
And I think you had them there.
No, I meant whatever. Doesn't matter. All right, so give us a second, and we're just gonna flip it over.
And maybe I should grab my binder and we can check those cards to see if they are ones I'm missing. I mean, we could if I'm going to do it tonight anyway.
All right, so Pub Spokat's going to go get his binder, and we're going to see what cards that we got in here that he doesn't have yet. But yeah, this map thingy we got from Temu. It's kind of cool. So do you want me to switch it so we can remove this?
Put the tokens off to the side.
Do it this
Move
way.
these off to the side. These are all ones I'm not.
This has been a fun set to collect. A lot of what we collected though came from the tins, eh? Like the Walmart tins.
Yeah, that was how we first started getting packs. Was you get little three little packs in a Walmart.
Those tins were cool, and we did manage to. We do have 3 still sealed that we were able to not be tempted to open. So
these art cards.
Okay, I'm just changing
46, 56.
Oops. Sorry, guys.
Where did the other 2 go?
They're there.
11 and 76. So 11, 9, 10, 11.
So we didn't have that one?
Didn't have that one.
Nice. That is a neat card, though. Again, another art that I wouldn't mind having on my wall. $46, is that one you're looking for?
It is. So that's 18, 36, 46 we've got.
Okay.
So that this should be...
Anyone else here like these art cards and they collect them?
That's 60, 59, 58, 57, 56. So I didn't have this one either.
I'll just grab this one. Also, if we look at the art, was it this one that you said you did have or you didn't have?
I have that one there. And
these are neat. I like looking at these art cards. I just think they did a really good job on these. So this one is 76.
76. Where's that? What's this one? E1. So that's 80, 79.
So we didn't have that one. So just the one that we had already. Well, that's kind of neat.
Yeah. Fill a few more holes there. And then we want to flip over to multicolors, I think. Yeah, I did have.
Okay. Sorry.
It's not showing over.
Sorry. Here, I got it right here.
Did have the Balrog. I'm
just
sure I
gonna-
had Eleanor as well. But I'll check Barad-dûr, and I'm sure I had Dor.
Not exactly straight camera, but
Aragorn and Master
Here we go.
Elrond. So those are all from the rings section.
there we go. We adjusted a little bit.
Barad-dûr. These are all multicolors. The artifacts I'm missing. I put in ones that I had
Yeah.
other versions of there. See, there's Barad-dûr. I'm still missing the Minas
Sorry.
Tirith in the regular frame. I have the Minas Tirith.
Look at all those
in the
land
Map
Eleanor,
cards.
so
Those are cool.
that's definitely a repeat.
Mm-hmm.
And then these are the starter ones here. These two came in foil in the actual starter decks. So this is technically a yet another version of Sauron.
Mm-hmm.
And then these two and these two, those are all ones they made promos of. Anyway, this isn't here yet, but Faramir, there's the Samwise. What are the numbers on these? 316, 318, and 329. So there's Aragorn right there.
So we got that one?
316. So 318, Master Elrond, I did not have.
Nice.
And then 329 would be on the next page here. It's 326, 27, 28, 29, right in the middle.
Nice.
So that was another one I was missing. And then there's the Nazgul, the other arts. So I've got these.
So maybe these commander deck
5
things
arts.
and the packs that are with them are where all your cards that you need are.
I doubt it. But, you know, I might have gotten a couple more cards out of this than I... Well, no, not more, but similar number than I did out of the booster box. All right, so I've got Minas Tirith, Mines of Moria here for the full arts. That's...
Right. There we go.
Yeah, this one was missing too, because that's 340, 341, 342. And then I've got Rivendell and the Shire here. So I don't have Mount Doom. But I do have the 5 that are just sort of one for each color. The black, white, red, blue, and green
really
ones.
fast. So what else do you have that you haven't checked, or have you checked everything?
I've checked all the ones that I wasn't sure I already had.
Okay.
There's a, you know, like... This is a foil Grey Havens. My Grey Havens here is not foil.
Okay.
You know, is it worth subbing it out just for
Probably
that?
not.
Probably not. Like, but yeah, some other.
Well, I see we're starting to drop some viewers, but thank you everybody that's still here for hanging out with us.
Thanks for coming.
We appreciate you. It's been fun going through these 2 commander decks, and if you guys want to see us do more, let us know, because we could probably do that at some point. We like the Lord of the Rings.
If we do end up doing another set of these commander decks, then we'll have extra of these promos
that we could probably give away. Yeah.
So.
But
anyhow,
Lord of the Rings was kind of what brought us back into Magic.
And I'm anxious to try out those decks one of these days.
Yeah, well, how about we put this back on us here?
I like these big scenes here to try to assemble. I'm missing a lot of them. Cards for it still, but I did finish this one here. This 6-card scene with the Balrog, Gandalf, Boromir, and the Fellowship fleeing the Balrog, basically. I thought that was a pretty neat one. But anyway.
All right, well, how about we close the binder up, and then we'll just flip it back on us for a second. And if anybody wants to stick around, we might find somebody to go say hi to. I don't think there's any. We don't really know too many other Magic streamers right now. But here's our wall that needs some repair. All right, there we go. So here, I'll give it to you. And if people want to stick around, I can find somebody to go say hi to.
So yeah, I guess that was just an opening and
we'll play it.
Overview of these 2 decks there, the Food and Fellowship and the...
And if anybody wants to see us play these, let us know. We might try it next Monday or another night.
It could be fun. We'll have it in reserve anyway as an option for if we're looking for something to do, but we'll try and squeeze it in at some point here, because...
Somebody we can go bug. That's... Why,
excuse me. Oh, reconnecting. We're live again.
Oh, yes.
Here we are.
Let's just... Oh, there's somebody that was live. No, I'm not seeing people live right now. My iPad's being stupid. But, shoot.
Maybe if I restart this.
Cheers.
Some cranberry ginger ale.
Yep.
We like our flavored ginger ale.
Yep, sure do.
When we were at Costco, we found a double, like a case that had 12 cans of the cranberry and 12 of the blackberry.
Yeah, that was different. I
Yeah.
haven't seen the blackberry ginger ale in a while.
No,
so.
well, it's
And it was a
seasonal.
favorite for some time.
I hope that they have it out in their own cases soon, though, because it's good.
Yeah.
All
right.
I'm trying to find somebody that we can send people to go say hi.
Okay.
I don't think we don't have any Magic streamers, but there are some people playing other games and stuff like that. Just my iPad our internet's not the best right now.
Yeah, it seems to be struggling.
I had to restart my
thank
iPad.
you for coming out. I do like the Lord of the Rings as a game.
No,
we did open some Decipher Fellowship of the Ring not long ago. Went through and double checked, and between the 2 booster boxes of that we've opened, and we did the first one on our 1K anniversary stream, or 1K celebration stream, I should say, and then the second one about a month ago. There were no duplicate rares at all in either box or between the 2 boxes. And I was hoping that would be the case because I got sequentially numbered boxes. So those 2 came off the line, apparently, one after the other. And yeah, no rare duplications between them. They did double up the rares that I'd gotten out of my starter decks to get the cards you can only get from the precons, but oh well. So basically 36 packs per box, that's 72 rares out of the 121 rares. That leaves me 49 rares left to complete the set. And in the 2 boxes, I covered all the commons and uncommons. So that was nice as well. Had good luck in that sense. Where I had a little bit poorer luck was most of the expensive cards in the set happened to be in the 49 that weren't covered by those 2 boxes. So, and especially the ones for the Moria Orcs, which was this faction I was hoping to build with. So that's a bit disappointing.
If you guys don't mind Pokemon streamers, go check out this guy. He's only got like 10 or 11 people watching. And just, you can say Spokat Raid or Love from Spokat Fam or whatever. I don't know. I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
I'm sure he would. Anyway, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
This was a little bit of a combination Magic the Gathering, Lord of the Rings type stream again. But it is a neat set for me because, like I said, I was pretty much out of Magic the Gathering for a full decade or so, and or close to anyway. And then this set got me back into it, at least partially. After that, I still haven't been getting many sets. I found this new Foundation set moderately interesting, so I may pick up a smattering of that just to check it out. But it seems very different from the old, 4th edition, 5th edition, 6th edition through 10th edition, or even the M20, M15, or whatever they were sets. So
this guy
changed a few things for sure.
The link that I shared with you guys, he's at 28 likes. Let's see if we can get him to 30 likes. And just, drop a hi. You don't have to stay around too long if you don't want to, but just, give him a like and say Spokat Raid or something. And
someone else more on the Pokemon side of the community that we tend to interact with at times. But hope you enjoyed the Magic the Gathering content. Every Monday we try and do a Magic stream of some sort. So,
and Thursday we're going to be doing Pokemon, and it's going to be Surging Sparks, mostly Surging Sparks, and then we haven't decided what we're doing Saturday yet.
Right.
And then in between there's also lots of other stuff that we do. So
and sometimes we do toy openings or taste testings, all kinds of interesting stuff. And you know what? We haven't done the Lego Animal Crossing in a while. So
maybe we'll do that.
Maybe we'll do some of that one of these.
All right.
In the next week or 2.
So please head over there, just drop a like, and I just hope you guys have a good night. Thanks for hanging out, and
thanks for coming.
Appreciate you.
Hope you enjoyed it.
So
have a good night.
Bye for now. See you soon.
Thanks.